Ah, welcome everybody to this wonderful, wonderful event. Tonight, it is all about the upcoming 11/11 Unified Experience right here on Unify and all over. And you guys know I have truth chills just even talking about this wonderful lady, Anistara, mother of 11/11, one of the most incredible people that we've all been blessed to meet. It is wondrous to be with you here again this year. Everybody joining us, I want you to get ready for a nice little meditation. But before we get into that, let's introduce this wonderful person and then we'll get into a little bit more of the meditation.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Hello, I'm Anistara Ma Ka, mother of 11/11 Unified and Ascension Integration Mentor. And I am here in service to awakening souls who are ready to shift confusion and self-doubt into clarity, confidence, and freedom. And that's what we're going to be doing next week during our Embody Your Ascension Summit. It's a 3-day experience for the 3 steps to New Earth leadership. And we're going to dive into what that means very soon.
Oh, and it's free, just so y'all know.
Yes. There is a free portal pass option. And if you want to donate, you'll get the replays and all these juicy bonuses too. So you can check it out on the page.
Lots of fun stuff. We're going to take a really deep dive into the beautiful ascension that Anistara has experienced in her life. We're going to talk about what was real for her and see how that resonates with you guys. And also, this is just a sneak peek of the people that will be sharing at this beautiful upcoming event. Okay. And I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. We have some incredible people. Neil Gar, who of course we all know and love from Portal to Ascension, and Shrine Kelly and Crystal and Catherine. Yes. You can see all these people.
Yeah.
Deborah Giusti. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Me too. And we'll take a little bit more of time and talk to you guys about that in a little bit. But really, let's get into some fun now. Let's share about what was real for you during what we choose to call the ascension process. What happened for you in that phase?
Well, 2 stories come to mind, but the first one happened 18 years ago. So my husband and I had a psychic reading where basically the gentleman drew our spirit guides, and my spirit guide was named Arengard, and he was like a blonde angel. And Andrew, my partner's spirit guide, was Anistara, and she was like a dark hair Native American looking woman. And we always loved that name. And we said that if we were ever going to have a daughter, that we would call her Anistara. So fast forward to when we got married, we went to Santa Barbara to the beach, and a beautiful friend who was a Hindu priest was going to conduct our ceremony. And he said, "What kind of ceremony would you like?" And he suggested several kinds. And we're like, "Let's do the fire ceremony. I really like the idea of the fire ceremony." He's like, "Are you sure? Because it really does transform you." And I'm like, "Okay, we're down. Let's do this." Right. And so we had this beautiful ceremony. We said our vows. And later that evening, I had literally my higher self, my higher consciousness, God, source, creator energy entered my consciousness. I understood and felt my infinite beingness. And I began to have a visceral reaction from being in my human body. And I'll tell you, I spent days staying up, not really eating, and just channeling and drawing and singing and dancing and just feeling the infiniteness and the infinite possibilities of the unified field. And I just tapped into my Akashic records, and I suddenly knew my whole timeline. I saw it. I felt it. I understood it. And then I needed to begin to integrate this experience. And so I dove into studies around quantum physics and Joe Dispenza and changing your old self to your new self, and just really dove into the teachers and the teachings that resonated with me. And I already was a healer, massage therapist, aromatherapy. I understood frequency and energy. And so as I began to really study more on a deeper level, I was able to learn how to integrate this wisdom and to be able to share it with others.
I'm really excited about that. I'm sure that you guys can resonate out there that are listening right now with having experiences that really, this visceral experience in our human body.
Yeah.
Anybody out there just ever experienced that? And I fully embrace that, because I mean, I just went through, how many awakenings have we had? I'm just curious, because I feel like I'm on number 110.
Yeah.
Just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
any of you out there, it's the next levels, the things, the tools that we need to incorporate. I just went through an experience where it required every tool I ever had, and some I didn't know I had. It was outstanding because it was so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I'm really appreciating about what you're doing, for those that are either getting started or really just want to grab a hold of some new tools, there is this incredible university that has been created by Anistara. And that's kind of that's the whole concept of this 1111 experience, is another level of integration, another level, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I'm going to be done with this level until I am out of here.
Right. We're always learning and growing. Really.
It never ends.
It really is. And so the other moment, or the other part of the story that I felt called to share with you right now, is that we all went through a huge transition when we had lockdown.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, I had a thriving business, a thriving relationship, that I knew where my life was going. I had a certain intention and a vision. And then suddenly we're all at home. And so, oh, look at that. That is my son trying to call my husband on FaceTime. And so essentially, my whole life shifted because I was teaching and performing at festivals and retreats. And when all the live events shut down, there was nowhere for me to do that. And so I had to go within, and I had to really determine, okay, what is my mission and purpose? I am about teaching people embodiment. Before, it was through the art of flow arts and hoop dance, the art of embodiment. And I am still doing that, but without the tool of the hoop. And so I had to redefine my life and take a whole new trajectory. And that's when 1111 Unified was birthed. We had already been creating 1111 events at home, and then a bigger home, and then a retreat center. And the universe was like, ding, 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 it's going virtual now. And that's when we created 1111 Unified. And this is our 4th year. So yeah, just that challenge, that struggle, that like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where our money is going to come from. What are we doing with our lives? And just, I did a lot of journaling, a lot of writing, a lot of learning. I watched a lot of Gaia.com. Really wanted to, I was like soaking it up like a sponge. And I took that time to actually create the next evolution, the next chapter of my life.
I think a lot of us can resonate with this. Anybody else out there, just you knew that you needed a reconstruction. The thing about the humanness is that this is just life, and it's learning to this whole ebb and flow roller coaster. I like roller coasters, thank goodness. So
me too.
Seriously, right? It's like, all right. You're chugging, you're going on up, and you're going on up, and you're going on up, and you're like, oh, I know it's going to be super fun, but right now I'm just a little freaked out about this. And then you get at the top and you look down and you go, oh yeah. And in life, it's like, instead of us just embracing the flow and letting us just whoosh, and enjoying that experience of just whoosh.
Yeah.
We try to turn around in our seats and stop it. No, I'm gonna go back. And we have this incredible, I I think we get an even deeper awakening when we fight it, because it really forces, for me
Yeah.
anyway, that moment of crack open to really see, what is it that's happening here in my life that I need to see. But
Yeah.
that's what transformation is, though.
Yeah.
It's messy and it's beautiful, and it's embracing and integrating the human and the etheric in a way that
Mm-hmm.
we're supposed to, or we
Mm-hmm.
can, or we get to choose to. But
Mm-hmm.
having a place to go with community, and that's what you're bringing to everybody, is community.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought up COVID. We all know that COVID took a lot of people into isolation. Isolation for some is detrimental to their mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So to build community, to have a place where we can each go, where compassion and empathy are the tools that we use to meet each other with, where we hold space.
Mm-hmm.
And there, it's a place of no judgment, which really is about acceptance. And
Mm-hmm.
I know you all here on Unify understand the essence of community, because it's so important. And that is what you're doing with the university. So let us
Mm-hmm.
talk about the birth of 1111 Unified and the community aspect that's right there with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the last 3 years of 1111 Unified was fundraising for other nonprofits, even though we operate as a nonprofit as well. I had a calling in my heart to actually support different missions that were occurring in the
Yeah.
world. So last year was called Seeding Our New Earth, and it was raising funds for Kiss the
Yeah.
Ground so that we can create regenerative farming instead of hurting our Mother Earth even further with chemical laden farming. And so it was about bringing awareness and
Yeah.
bringing these issues to the surface for all of us to look at and learn about and be able to make shifts, even in our own home and how we garden and community gardens and such. So, and the year before was Dr. Emoto's Peace Project, bringing 1 million children the book. Oh gosh, what is it? Messages from Water, the children's version of Messages from Water from Dr. Emoto, and explaining that we are all water and that water is affected by vibration and frequency. So these were my philanthropic years, so to speak. And this year, I really went back to the drawing board. I really went inside and was like, okay, what is mine to actually offer? I'm great at gathering community. I love bringing people together for all of us to learn and grow in a sacred container together.
Yes.
So I want to do that, right? And then I'm surrounded by this community of um, pioneers, visionaries, ascension teachers, just thought leaders that wouldn't it be wonderful if we can all have another platform to teach from? And so the 1111 Ascension University is what is being birthed this year with our summit. We're launching the university, and it really is about gathering community where you can feel seen, you can feel heard, you can be kept accountable, you can learn what it means to be in integrity and cooperation and collaboration and co-creation and all the frequencies that are how we're going to create our new earth. And that's a place where we can all live in harmony together and with our mothership earth.
I love it. Anybody have any questions? Type them in the chat. I'm right here and I can see them. And I'm just going to play a super quick promo so that you guys can get a better idea of what the summit's going to be like. Don't leave us. Just type in the chat any questions that we could answer for you, because I know that there's got to be some questions. So we'll be right back in 1 minute. Take a look at this. And I'll even put the link in the chat to join this. Remember, there's an entirely free tier, so there's no reason you shouldn't just at least check it out.
Beloved awakening soul, are you ready for the next chapter in your life? Would you like to receive support and tools that are tangible that you can begin implementing in your daily life so that you can learn how to transmute your old self and awaken your inner avatar so that you can ascend into your highest timeline? Hi, I'm Anistara Ma Ka, mother of 1111 Unified and Ascension Integration Mentor, and I will be joined by 12 Ascension teachers, guides, and coaches for our 1111 Unified Embody Your Ascension 3 Steps to New Earth Leadership Summit. We hope that you will join the journey with us so that you can really launch into this next chapter of your life empowered and ready to stand in your sovereignty, knowing that you're here to lead. Whether you're an aspiring mentor, coach, teacher, whether you're just a starseed wanting to find your life's mission and purpose, this summit is for you. And we look forward to going on this journey with you where you can feel seen and heard, and we can all receive the wisdom that these teachers have to offer. I look forward to having you with us. 1111 Unified.
Anybody else have like truth chills right now? I do.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. Super excited. I have y'all. I need to tell you, I cannot wait. I'm presenting on peace and gratitude and what it looks like to integrate grateful beingness into your soul. And I'm going to be there. You need to just watch the whole entire time. I'm not telling you I'm going to be there. Just saying.
Yeah, so it is 3 days. It is set in Pacific time. So it is on Thursday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. and then Friday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. and then Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Saturday, on 11/11, we will have an 11/11 activation ceremony that occurs at 11:11 a.m. So I will be live streaming on Monday, November
Sorry about that.
at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And you'll be able to discover more about the summit and our portal passes and all of our offerings during my live stream on Monday at 10 a.m. So you can check
Which
that
I
out.
just threw it at her. And did you all see her catch it? Goodness. How in the world can we just do life with ease and flow and grace and not get so stressed out, not get so out of shape, not, there's so much happening. And that's what I'm really excited about. We needed another one of these events to come forward. Last year's event was miraculous. I was there. Miracles happened and transpired at this. It was absolutely outstanding. And this year is going to absolutely rock. Now, for those of you that are here right now, are you ready to just sit down? And we've had a long day. It's a Thursday.
Yeah.
It's 11/2. It's November. You'll know it's November.
How did that happen? It was January yesterday.
I turned 55 yesterday. I thought my birthday's in January. I'm like, it just happened. It just did.
Yeah.
I just invite everybody to just settle in. Deep belly breath. Slow down. Just slow your roll. For those watching and those watching on the replay, I want you to think about what moments that you have had today that have given you the greatest joy. And no matter how small, even if it was your child, if it was your dog, your cat, just sit with it. My fire is popping in the background. And now we're going to think of happy words. Love. Roller skates.
Unicorns.
Ocean waves. Oh, I love unicorns.
Dolphins.
Fairies.
Rainbows.
Sparkles.
Oh my gosh. Jazz hands.
Woo! Can you guys type like your happy words in the chat, please? We need some. Let's raise the vibration.
Yeah.
Spark that G vibe. You know, it's a gratitude vibe, your good vibe, your God vibe, your whatever vibe you want it to be. But it's your vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yes, it is.
Just getting and letting yourself gently flow into your body.
Mm.
Joy is gratitude's belly button.
Mm. I love that. So good.
Ah, we are remembering who we are. That's why we're here. As Joan of Angels would do if she were here right now, she'd be fluffing our wings.
Mm. Mm.
Fluff your wings and remember,
We remember.
we remember,
Mm-hmm.
remember.
Ah.
The gentle flow of just being. That's it right
Mm.
here. We get into anxiety when we are so concerned about the future that and we have an attachment to what it needs to look like. For me, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And lately, what I've been doing is angels in front of me, angels in back of me, angels to the right of me, angels to the left of me, north, south, east, and west. And I have the Native American symbol in my great room in here that literally is in front. I just realized it's literally in front of me right now on the floor. North, south, east, and west symbol for the sun
Mm-hmm.
in this house. There is something very powerful about centering yourself back into north, south, east, and west, protected all the way around you. You're so loved. You're so loved. And you have any idea how many people you've touched? Anistara, you touched a lot of people. People out there that are listening right now, you'd be in amazement. You know that person you said hi to earlier that just smiled at you? They were probably having a day that you didn't know anything about, and you left a heart print.
Mm.
That makes you pretty awesome.
Mm.
The gentleness of life is how that you react to it or respond to it. And you know, the one thing about 11 Unified experience, this experience is that you come and you get to step into an experience with us like no other. You get to laugh and cry and dance and sing and whatever else you feel like doing. And if you know, just getting our groove in, getting our groove on,
Yeah.
getting the 11 Unified experience on. I'm so excited for this. I don't know. Y'all should be jumping up and down in your seats. You have no clue what this woman, what has been put together with. It's just crazy awesome. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we really have put a lot of heart and time and effort into this to create a fully curated, customized experience for all of you. There's an entire playbook with play sheets and journal
Yeah.
prompts and nuggets of truth quotes and all kinds of amazing exercises so that you can really move through the 3-day experience fully engaged and interacting. And there's also games. We have interactive games that we're going to be playing for you to win prizes. So, yep, there's literally amazing prizes. And there's also an opportunity to win a full scholarship to the university. So, all of that will be divulged during the Zoom calls. So, sign up for your portal pass and come on in and let's just play together. Let's weave together. Let's learn how to transmute the old. Let's awaken our inner avatar and ascend to our highest timeline. Because as you ascend to your highest timeline and you're feeling on purpose, on mission, and fulfilled in your life, that energy and that frequency vibrates out to those around you. And you really do shift the planetary frequency as well. And we can all ascend into our highest timeline together.
I'm so excited. I actually do a timeline shift before I go to sleep at night.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to share it with y'all right now because
Yes,
I'm
please.
sure you already know that. You already know this, but I'm going to share it with y'all anyway, whether you do or not. It's a
Uh-huh.
reminder. Before I go to sleep at night, first off, I say thank you for the healing in all of my relationships, including the one with myself. Second
Mm.
is tomorrow, I'm waking up in my highest timeline. That's it.
Yep.
That's all I do. I wake up and if I don't say thank you right away, I say thank you. Dr. Wayne Dyer had a big thing about waking up and say thank you. He said, you know what? When you wake up first thing in the morning, you say thank you.
Thank
Watch
you.
watch the Shift movie. If it's free, it's on YouTube. Dr. Wayne Dyer put that out. The Shift movie is such a good show. It's great to watch with your family. It's really good to get centered back in non-attachment and the art of practicing the art of non-interference, allowing life to happen, allowing experiences to happen. So sometimes I get really attached to what things need to look like. When I cause problems. I call it drama.
That's a good word for it.
When I intervene, I cause drama every time.
Well, that's the ego self, right? It's like you step in and you're like, I want this way, or this particular way, or it's not going my way, or and we butt up against exactly what it is that we're supposed to have with the flow of it. Right. And our soul has a particular contract to fulfill. When we came down here, we had a particular role, a particular purpose that we signed up for. And so part of the ascension process is discovering what that is. So some might feel really lost right now, like so much shifts, so much happening in the world, and it just can be confusing, and we can be afraid of the change and the shifts. But when we step into fully embodying what it is that we came here to do on an individual basis, then we can start to take more of a bird's eye view of what's happening in the world and not allow the ego self to step in again. So it really is a practice. It takes time and effort and intention, like mindfully catching yourself. Like if the inner critic comes in, right? And you're like, oh, okay, I'm criticizing myself right now, or I'm doubting myself, or I'm procrastinating about something. And we can learn through different practices and step-by-step methods and formulas to shift out of that and to say, okay, I caught myself judging myself right now, or blame shaming myself, or shoulding myself. And then you can intentionally shift that inner voice, and that helps you shift into your higher timeline. And the more you catch yourself and practice that, the more you can step into, that inner critic really isn't showing up as much anymore. Like, okay, awesome. I actually really do believe in myself. Oh, I actually am stepping into more confidence. Oh, you mean I can rise into leadership? Even if I just want to lead by example for my family and my community, or I can
Absolutely.
actually be an aspiring teacher or a coach or a mentor. So it really is about each of us doing the work and being willing to do the work, right? We're not going to change and get the transformation or go to our highest, biggest dream in our life if we don't actually take strategic action towards that.
I love what you just said. If you don't you said so many great things. Taking an actionable step.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's really, there's something really big about that. I remember when, like there'd be something I really want to do in my life, and spirituality gone wild when I started that. I remember dragging my feet thinking I needed all these different things in place in order to do it. There's no win and win. WIN in WHEN. There is no win. WIN. NWH did win. It's just
Yeah.
not, it's no, not. But how do I win? How do I do it? How do I get there? Oh my God. How did you do it? How'd you get there? It was an overnight success. Yeah, no. It was insane, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. 1,000 miles starts with one step. The Tao Te Ching said it, and it's true. You all know
Mhm.
it. We I was impatient, and in this day of instantaneous things happening, it's just, I understand we get impatient, but really what this is about is step, like you said, stepping into your power, stepping
Mm.
into who you are, stepping into what you wanted to be. And you were talking about that.
Mhm.
And, by taking one actionable step, something small, if you want to write a book, some of you out there that have this fire inside of you, you want to be of service to humanity. Anybody out there want to be of service? Because I love being of service. And for a selfish reason, because it makes me feel good.
It does feel good
It
when we
does
help
feel
others.
I was just joking about that. Well, actually, I don't know that I am. I mean, really, honestly, it makes me feel so. I love seeing a smile.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
It's fulfilling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that you're doing this. It's incredible because this is what you're doing is giving the roadmap, the blueprint, the thing that everyone, listen, sometimes we just need some guidance. I don't care how long you've been on this journey. I've been on this journey just, like all you for seems pretty much since I've been born. Uh Hello. Just yeah, I'm not done. I'm not done and repatterning our behaviors,
Mhm.
repatterning our nervous system. And we do that by changing our behavior systems, by practices. And that's what we were
Yep.
just talking, the practice.
Yep.
And we can't achieve those things. And I would get impatient thinking it should happen.
Mm.
Why isn't this happening? Wait a minute. Or I've done this. I know you've experienced this. How do you handle it?
Yeah. How do I handle what again?
But it should have already happened.
Ah, yeah. Well, knowing in my heart that everything in divine synchronicity, everything in divine alignment, if I force something, you go towards it and you just push it away, right? It's like magnets on the opposite pole. Like if you're going, you gotta flip it over and something will happen and it just comes together at the right moment, the right time. And again, that's another part of that soul contract. It's like some people take off really, really young in life. Some people need some time to travel before they start a family. It's all in divine timing. It's all in the creation of your own life. And it does come down to choice too. Different choice points in your life creates where you are now. And so if you want to be somewhere in a particular vision of your life, I want to own this house, I want to live here, I want to travel here, then you can start making those little micro choice points that's going to take you there. Yeah.
I love the micro choice points. What a great word. What a great word. Because that idea that this thing needs to happen is also the idea that you need to start doing that one thing. And that's what
Mm,
going to the university is going to help you do. It's going to help you
mm,
to map out what that looks like for you. And as
mhm,
you're doing it and all of that, plus the support and this community, that's the important part here. And if COVID hasn't taught you all anything, is how important community is and how much we need each other.
mhm.
That's why I love what you're doing, and that's why I support
Thank
it
you.
fully, and that's why we support it fully here on Unify. We support it on Spirituality Gone Wild. We support it on the Sign Network and all of the other places that this is being seen right now. And there's a good reason. And in fact, I've got 1111 besides 1111 Unified right in front of my face right now. I love that. There is so much confirmation.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to
Right.
talk about sign. Let's talk about signs for a minute.
Okay.
So recently, I needed to take a journey to California, and I kept going like back and forth, going, "Do I really need to do this? Do I want to go? Could I really?" I'm feeling it all up in here, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's there, and it's like, no, you're gonna need to go do this, honey. I've got my friend pulling the tarot cards, you know,
You're looking for the signs. Do I need to
looking
go to
for the sign.
California?
Do I need the sign? Do I need the sign? Oh, I've got it in my gut, you know. I'm like, but it's a long drive. So I go and I pull up this, I open this purse up, and first thing I pull out, I'm looking for a credit card, not what I pulled out. What I pulled out was a sticker that said HB, Huntington Beach. I'm like, okay. Then I pull out the other keys to my car that's in Huntington Beach. It's just all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to HB because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's the idea that if you're staying present and you're looking for the sign, you're looking for confirmation, you're looking for that thing. For me, sometimes I'm a really stubborn person and my ego gets in and it's like, but do I have to?
Totally.
So I am happy to say that the signs were there, and the signs, they speak to you and they keep showing up. And the reason I bring this up right now is that these types of experiences, the 1111 unified experiences, is going to keep popping up in your feed. And the reason it's going to keep popping up in your feed, and the reason it's popped up 10 times now, is because you were supposed to have signed up. And I'm not playing. I'm serious. Like, this is the way that this works.
Yeah.
If you're paying attention now, I know I just weaved it back in, but I'm doing that on purpose because I really need to tell you guys, you need to pay attention to the signs. And if you're seeing this at all, pay attention. I paid attention to it, and I was on point. I needed to do what I did. I can't even begin to explain the gratitude I have right now. I even had to ask, like, I had some serious stuff happening and I needed to, I couldn't even be present here or anything. I'm so grateful, you guys, so that I listened to my soul.
Yeah.
I listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's key. It really is. Listening to our intuition. I explained earlier a whole story about my car accident last year, and I didn't pay attention to my intuition. And then suddenly I'm in this tragic car accident that, thank God, my family walked away from. But the biggest lesson of the entire story is that I don't question my intuition. I just don't. I listen to it. I see it. I look for the signs. I see the synchronicities, and I just follow it. And that's the path of ascension. That's the path of trust. That's trusting yourself.
Yeah. Big.
Yeah.
That's huge. You know, to get into, I mean, when you were talking about that, I was thinking, you know, it's amazing the things that happen to us to help us get back to center. I broke my leg in July. And then recently, after I did all that in California, by the way, I was Superwoman. Can I tell you? I did things I didn't even know I physically could.
Nice.
Made it back home to the Gratitude Ranch. And the leaves had flown and was beautiful. And my puppy dog was digging holes. And I kid you not, I stepped in a hole.
Oh, yeah.
Ankle just, why? Because apparently my ego doesn't like the slowdown, and I wasn't having it. So now I get told, I know you're going to slow down, but why? So I could be present.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When you do things like the university, the trajectory, like you're on this path, you know, and you've got other people shining lights for you to help you see, right? And that's what you're doing. But I really want to get into something very special right now, because I really want to talk about the fact that there is a package within the 1111 Unified Experience that, if you step into, will include sessions with none other than Miss Anistara, mother of 1111. I personally think that's pretty rad. What do you think?
Thank you.
Tell them what they're going to get. I want to bring the tiers. I'm going to bring it up really quickly. If we can talk about the tiers that are available for this. Go ahead and get started and I'll bring it up.
Yeah, sure. So the portal passes for the summit. The Transmute portal pass is our free pass, and that's, from our hearts to yours. You got to show up live to the Zoom calls, all 3 of them. And honestly, that's where the goodness is going to come through, because we're going to be inside doing the work together. So that is where we're working in the play sheets. We're going through each of the presenters and their wisdom and what they're sharing, and then the different step-by-step practices and the tools that you'll be receiving. So the Transmute Pass includes the Zoom calls. You can scroll down, babe. Actually,
oh wait, is it
yeah,
doing
you
that
can
for
just scroll
me?
down on that page, and it'll show the 3 passes instead of hitting the
Oh,
portal pass. Yeah, just keep going down.
thank you. Okay, let me
Keep
just
going
close that
down. You're
out.
almost there. Here's our beautiful website. There's day 1, day 2, day 3 explanation, and then keep going down one more. Another section. Yes. Oh, it's even further down. These are our beautiful presenters. You can find out more about who this is for and who it isn't for. Yep. And then here we go. The portal classes and what they include. So you get the passionate play sheets. You get our contributor freebie PDF. All of our contributors offered a freebie, and so you'll be able to access those. And then you get the Zoom calls with the free pass. And then the Awaken Portal Pass is a donation pass. We do operate as a nonprofit, Transdimensional Illumination. And so that Awaken donation pass gets you the replays of the Zoom call, as well as our Ascension video vault. And this is a collection of my favorite presentations, interviews, and music sets from 1111 Unified 2021 and 2022. So our past
Wow.
2 years, it's a collection of the videos. So they're really there to help support you and give you more tools and activations. And then the third one is the Ascend Portal Pass. And the Ascend Portal Pass gives you all of the above, plus a one-on-one Ascension mentorship session with me, which is a 75-minute session where we deep dive into what are your struggles and challenges at this moment. And we're going to clear those together in one session. And I'll tell you what, I have some amazing testimonials of women who I've already walked through the process that we go through. One in particular had been struggling with asthma symptoms her whole life. And we had a session 4 months ago. She has not had any asthma symptoms since. She
That's
actually
awesome.
walks and runs for exercise now. So some powerful stuff here. And I'm really, really excited to be here in service to you. And yeah, it would just be an honor and a privilege to have you here with us.
I love that. And I am so excited about it too. I want to thank everybody that's been here tonight, hanging out with us and watching. And to bring it up one more time, these are the presenters that will be. We have,
Yay.
I'll let you go ahead and just rip through them really quickly.
Yeah. So on day 1, Transmute, we have Deborah Giusti and Lee Davey and Katrine Lambert and Michaela Ivy. And then day 2, we have Miss Debbie G herself and Brian Henry and Tangela Islam and Catherine Bird. And then on day 3, we have for Ascend, Shine Kelly from Unite with Crystal One, Reverend Debbie Grace and Simon Hinton and Neil Gar. So amazing Ascension teachers, coaches, and guide here for being in service to you. For your empowerment, your upliftment to rise into leadership. We're going to do this together. We're going to walk this path together.
Well, that is what we do. You see,
yes,
we all joined together. My granddaughter, when she was 4 years old, said, we are all connected by an invisible string. It was even recorded right here on Facebook Live. Seriously.
Yeah, she knows. The children know. They're coming in with so much wisdom. My son too, he really is just such a little Buddha.
Your son
intelligent.
So cherub. He looks like a little angel is what he looks like.
He really is.
He's the most beautiful child. Oh my stars.
Thank you.
Oh, what a gorgeous baby. We all help each other in this process of ascension. we help each other embody and integrate and
Mm,
shine. We
mm.
are here to empower one another. We are not here to bring each other down. We are here to lift one another up in love, and we are here to tell each other the truth,
Yes.
to be accountable, to be authentic, and to show each other what that looks like.
Mm.
It
Integrity.
provides integrity. And you
Mm.
know something? That's what the push was for me during this experience that I had in California was
Mm, mhm.
that was sticking to what I said that I was going to do.
Yep.
There have been times in my life where people could say, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, and I don't really care. I gave it my best and gave it my all. But what I did do is look at myself and ask myself, could you do better? Can you
Yeah.
do better? Are you going to do better? How are
Mhm.
you going to do that?
Mm.
By
Mhm.
making a better choice. And
Yeah.
the one thing you all can do is make a better choice for yourself right now. Join us for this event. Join us for the Academy so that we can all be together, lifting each other up.
Yeah.
Who can you lift up tonight? It's my
Mm.
challenge to you out there. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Just be the love and the joy you are and come join us.
Oh,
What are your closing words for everybody? We're going to go ahead and say goodnight.
thank you, sister. Yeah. Ah, yeah. If you are ready to shift any challenges, struggles, problems that you think you might have into your superpowers, your new earth
Yes.
superpowers, please join us for Embody Your Ascension because that is exactly what we're going to be doing. This is a sacred container for you to get clear, be empowered, and rise into leadership. And I look forward to having you with us.
Like a rock star, like that. We're going to see you all there. If you're watching this on the replay, we love you. Go ahead and type any
Yeah.
questions you do have into the chat because we will see them and we can go back and
Yeah,
check them
good
out
job.
later. Yeah.
Mhm.
We appreciate you guys tremendously, and we will see you next week
Woo.
live in person.